Hey guys, welcome back to part number 14, but technically part number 15 of the My Team Season 1 Career Mode on F1 2021. No, you have not missed an episode. If we go to standings here, we DNF'd in Singapore, and the file also corrupted, so either way, you didn't really miss out on anything. This is going to be, obviously, the home Grand Prix for Nobuharu Matsushita, our teammate, as well as the actual team that we are racing for. We've got a special livery setup, which looks, I would say, one of the best liveries I've ever created. Looks really, really nice. I'm just going to check the sponsors to make sure you can still see every sponsor. We don't have a sponsor there, obviously. You can see the PSD. Yeah, you can see every single sponsor on the car, which is good, so that makes me feel a bit better. We have just done some R&D upgrades, which we have some more going on. We did have another aero upgrade get onto the car, so I have decided to get the barge boards going on. With the chassis, we had the cable assembly, and we had the engine cover distribution completed, so we decided to do a heat to steering wheel rims. With the powertrain, we did have the fuel flow regulator go on, and we have decided that we can't actually do any more upgrades other than the rotor speed, which we have put onto the car, and we did get a upgrade on the durability, which is the ICE improved materials, so I have decided to throw on a turbo improved and an MGUK improved materials. You have not missed anything from the last episode because there actually isn't a last episode, but at the moment our car is looking good. We did decide to do in the activities, which you cannot see at the moment, the aerodynamic morale, so an aerodynamic facility activity. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very good race. I hope we can actually pull a result out on track. But I apologise for being away for so long, starting working life again. My last job didn't go well, so I had to get into a new one, getting a new schedule put together. I do stream a bit more now on the Purple website. I don't want to say the website name just in case it does affect with the actual video. YouTube doesn't like me saying the word. 5-letter word beginning with T. But yeah, it's going to be a good race. Hopefully we do have a good one. And yeah, hopefully you guys do recognise a little editing element that I have been making during my break. It didn't take too long to do, but I feel like it could add a unique element to videos. But yeah, I'm going to head over to what I like to call the driver briefing room, and let's see what we can do from there. So here we are in the driver briefing room. Have we got any messages through? Development's completed. There are the 4 upgrades that I did mention. I might have got 1 or 2 wrong. Weather forecast looks dry all the way through. So that's one thing which I am looking forward to. Obviously, we have one more race on the rivalry, so I'm hoping that we can win that today. 1 point separates. Otherwise, our R&D progress, if we look closely on the chart, we're basically on the same level as AlphaTauri, who technically it's also a home Grand Prix for because of Honda, and Red Bull also have a home Grand Prix because of Honda. So at the moment, our engine looks fine. I don't think we really have to take any more parts out. Doesn't look like it. Maybe the energy store we might have to change, so I'm going to change the energy store to the 3rd one. MGUK and MGUH looking fine, and the ICE looking fine as ever. The gearbox looking good. But yeah, hopefully we can have a points finish in this race. I'm just hoping that a points finish is what we get, because obviously home Grand Prix. Suzuka is not a favourite track of mine, but practice 1 does look like it's going to be effective with rain, so I want to see what sort of results we can get from this Grand Prix. Mick, what have you done? I've just come out for practice. But yeah, that's interesting to see. But yeah, the car looks really quite nice, to be fair. I'm just hoping the setup feels as well as the car does. But yeah, let's have a quick look at what the car looks like off the actual car in the TV angle. And I have got to say, that does look really nice, to be fair. Something that I would expect to see on the grid. As we know, with this actual race weekend coming up, Red Bull and AlphaTauri running a red livery. But yeah, let's get these practice programs done, and hopefully, as we go a bit wide there, we can get some good results. And down to the line for the practice acclimatization. Over 4 or 5 points, what we like. But yeah, not a perfect lap. Still a very good lap. Only 20 points off the actual full target as we go a bit wide there. But a 32.2 on our practice laps on the hards doesn't seem too bad. Now for the tyre wear practice program, as you guys can see in the top corner. as easy as you like.
Good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Probably one of the easier programs. The car just seems well on tyre wear around here, as well as top right speed. Across the line for the race strategy program.
Great lap.
There we are.
Nailed what we asked
Not
for.
too bad.
Keep it up.
That's everything done. So yeah, let's head into qualifying and see what we can do in the qualifying session. Hopefully we can get into Q3, because this car feels very nice. So yeah, car looks nice. Nobuharu's helmet goes really well with it. Practice went alright. I'm just hoping that we can use this and get into the next Grand Prix. As you can see here, only on our third unit of everything really, apart from the engine, which obviously we have taken a penalty for. Luckily, no penalties in this Grand Prix. Gearbox is looking very, very nice. Setup-wise, 610 wings, 80 on the on throttle and 60% on the off throttle. Pretty standard suspension is what I always run. Front suspension 3, rear suspension 3, anti-roll bar at the front 1, rear anti-roll bar 4, front ride height 3, rear ride height and 7. 95 brake pressure, 9 and 56 front brake bias, and the tyre pressure is pretty much the highest you can go. But Suzuka is a weird one for tyre wear. You need high front tyres to get that turning. But yeah, hopefully we can do well. Let's head out for our first lap here, and hopefully we can set a good banker lap. We've had a spin on our outlap. Oh no, we don't want to keep repeating that, do we? Down to the line on our first qualifying lap, opening the DRS. Quicker than Schumacher, slower than the Alfa Romeos though. I did make 1 or 2 mistakes, so yeah, let's get round. Let's do a cool down lap. Let's go again. Whoa, in the gravel. Right, backing out of that lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Right, so that's annoying. We'll box in, get a fresh set of tyres on and go for a run at the end of the session. Right, so here we are at the pretty much end of the session, 3.5 minutes to go. We are sitting 18th. The cutoff looks very, very close. We need to find 0.5 of a second somewhere. I don't know where we're going to find it. Looks like the first and second sector. So yeah, let's head out onto track and let's see what we can do. Now, this is going to make or break the lap. Round 130R, we are 0.6 of a second up, down into the braking zone of the chicane. Second gear, flick it round, get it up into third. Keep it to the inside. We're up by 0.8, nearly 0.9. That is going to be us through into Q2. P14. That's the lap we needed. Yeah, those are the drivers who have been knocked out. Mazepin, Latifi, Schumacher, Russell, Raikkonen and Stroll. We did find, I think it was around about 0.8 of a second, which is amazing. As you can see here, Matsushita as well gets out of qualifying 3. So is there a potential for us to get through to the next part of qualifying? Yes, but compared to that, we need to find another 0.5 of a second on top of that. So I'm saying maybe a P13 in qualifying will be sufficed. Right, so I've gone to the end of the session. Obviously, we do have one set of tyres left. Nobuharu Matsushita at 29.1. We have one fresh set of tyres. We're going to have 5 kg of fuel in the car. Let's see what sort of lap we can set at the end of this qualifying session. As you join me, going through 130R into the chicane. Can we get the braking point right? We slam on the brakes. Lovely in. Shift it up into third and into fourth. Going to keep it nice and tight as we head down to the line. Are we going to jump anyone? Looks like we are going to stay P15, jumping our teammate. But I don't think Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes got through. He stayed in his garage on the mediums. And as we do see there, Lewis Hamilton has been knocked out of qualifying. Absolutely insane. Yeah, let's head into the race and see what we can do here.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, and Hamilton, Verstappen, Giovinazzi, Vettel, and the real deal, Leclerc, Matsushita, Lance Stroll, and Gasly, Russell, Latifi, Esteban Ocon, and Nikita Mazepin, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Sainz, and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So, as you saw there, we have been bumped up the grid from P15 to P10 due to engine penalties. Also, you guys are probably wondering, change of clothes. Andy's had a haircut. I had to go out at the end of qualifying when I was recording this yesterday, so we'll finish off the recording tonight. Letting you guys know, from the 14th to the 25th, I am going to be on holiday. That is October. So I'm just hoping that you guys can understand that this is going to be basically the video same before the holiday. After the holiday, I'm going to be getting back into more content. Strategy-wise, I'm going for a different strategy than what anything's suggesting. As we can see, that's probably the best strategy we've got. Soft to mediums. We get 3 seconds quicker. Obviously, with the fuel, we will put 49 kg in. I don't believe anyone else is on these tyres, so Bottas, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, all on the mediums. Everyone else on the soft tyres, so should be an interesting race. But yeah, the car did look solid in qualifying, so I'm hoping that does transpire to the race. Let me know at the end of the video, guys, if you want to keep this special livery till the end of the season, as well as my helmet. I think we should keep it. I really like how the car does look. Or do we use it in the final race? You guys decide that in the comments. Here we are, in our grid slot, down to 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Good initial stage and good second stage. Even better second stage than Sebastian Vettel. Matsushita's had a good start as well. Giovinazzi. No, that was Raikkonen getting all into it. We just tapped Verstappen there, who's not giving us any space whatsoever. As we go around the outside of Verstappen. Do we have damage? I think we might. We might have damage, you know. As Verstappen's still there. And that's Giovinazzi round. Was that Kimi round? I don't know. We don't have damage. Luckily, we've gotten through there. So luckily, past Max Verstappen there. That was a bit of a hectic start, to be fair. Very clean at first, but very hectic. Up at the P7. Good start to this Grand Prix. On the brakes. Can we try and find a way past Hamilton? Obviously, he's in the Mercedes, so he's going to be a lot quicker. Alonso, our rival, in 5th, so we can lap similar to Alonso. We should be okay. Obviously, Verstappen on those mediums isn't going to be lapping as quick as us at the moment. But hopefully we can pull away from Verstappen a bit. Get within DRS of Hamilton. And yeah, just see how this race goes. But Verstappen doesn't look... is he closing us on the straights? Yes, he is. But the AI like to use max ERS for the first 2 laps. So as we get on our brakes there. Oh, very confident on the brakes as we come around the chicane. Down the straight for the end of the first lap. Bottas leads this race. As we are in P7. A brilliant start. Oh, look how much more confident we are on Alonso on the brakes there. That means we are closing. It is a chance that we could get past maybe on the next lap. Obviously, DRS is active this lap. We're going to use ERS though. There could be a chance that we have an overtake into the first corner. No, we are too far back. So we're going to be cautious on the brakes around here because I do not want to drive into the back of Fernando. run a little wide there. Verstappen's coming back at us. Oh, he's tapped us. We're going to run him out of road as Verstappen goes off the track. Oh, my word. Verstappen didn't give us any room there. Jeff, have we got any damage?
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Alright. Whoa, big mistake. Big mistake. He's come back on the track next to Charles. Big mistake there. No damage on the car. Hopefully we don't get hit with a penalty for an unsafe rejoin. To be fair, nothing I could have really done about that. As the car's starting to go. Just need to clean these tyres off. They are a little bit dirty now. Ooh. That was a good hold by me, to be fair. I will take that. I just need to get back into my groove. Ever since I've gone off track, with that issue where I almost smacked into the side of Leclerc, I've just not had the same flow. I need to get it back. Ricardo and Leclerc and Alonso are all in the pits. Alright, this is our time to push.
You'll be on the mediums.
This is our time to push because we are coming in on lap 12, so it's our time to push hard.
Nobuharu in the pits.
Not quite that hard where we lose our braking point.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Because Lewis is in the pits, I've just realised. Even more reason to push hard. Because I know Lewis, even though he's on the hards, he will close quick, but we are boxing next lap. So we just got to push to our heart's content as we get the braking point a lot better there. Looks like Sebastian is doing the same strategy as us, which is, I'd say, good to see. Which shows that we are following a good strategy. Obviously, we've just closed in by 0.6 of a second in that last part of the lap because of our power train advantage, but Vettel pulls away in these corners as all the AI do. They're ridiculously strong in the corners on this year's game. You know what? We're going to go an extra lap. We're going to go an extra lap because at the moment we're on for a PB on 55-56% worn tyres. That means we still have pace. You're looking at 53% worn tyres. We still have pace in this car. So we are going to go for another lap, meaning that we are estimated to come out in P9 at the moment. So I will take an estimated P9 as I believe Seb darts in. Yes, he does.
The car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain our gap if possible.
We are going to join with Bottas coming out onto track now. We're not going to fight with Bottas. Obviously, he is on the fresher rubber. He's on the hard tyres though, but they are cold, so I'm just hoping that he doesn't hold it up too much. And the moment I say that, look how much he's pulling away in those fresh tyres in the Mercedes. That's how powerful the AI are this year around corners. Estimated to come out in 7th, I will take that. Right, I want to find out how much down we are on a lap. I've used the same ERS as I did last lap, with 0.7 down on our last lap. So, yeah, definitely boxing in this lap. We have a good line through here, please. Cut that a little bit.
Understood, stopping this lap.
And into the pits we go. On the brakes. It said 50 seconds! It said 50 mile an hour! Oh, game, that's bullshit. 2.6 seconds. So we've got a 5-second penalty now, which we've got to remove at the end of the race.
That was our last stop.
As Norris is coming out, P7 is where we will be. If there's a safety car, I will be able to get that removed. So, said 50 mile an hour, so that's ridiculous. Another purple set 3, 1 minute 30.3.
Teammate behind is 10.9 seconds.
That's very good lap. Let's check what the fastest lap is.
The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 30.0.
Only 0.3 off the pace. Good to see. Another little mistake there. Trying to keep Lando behind us now. Oh, this race. I know we're in the points, but it has not been a clean race for me. It's been absolutely awful on my part. Not being good showing for Honda and Toyota at their home Grand Prix. Looks like Lando has activated Scenario 7. He's right on our behind. We do have a lot of DRS to play with though. We are going to deploy a lot of it until after 130R because we have to save something for the straight. There we are. DRS has been drained for the most part. As we get on the brakes, the second gear. Try and get a good line through up into third. Try and get a good exit, which it is. He's going to have DRS obviously, so we are going to defend maybe. No, we don't have to. Keep using the DRS. Drop it out. So we wait now. Down to fourth. Down to fourth. We get the rotation, luckily. And we hold on to P7. We have a little less ERS this lap, so we're going to have to wait till Lando pretty much gets alongside us. We are going to defend the inside. As Lando's coming now, that's when ERS gets activated. We are going to hold on. Follow the race in line. Down on our brakes. See if we can get a bit of a better line this time. That's sort of a line you want to be taking. As we get a good exit yet again, we're going to defend to the inside. I don't think Lando's going to follow us. No, we're not going to use the ERS, we're going to save it.
Need to last till the end of the race.
We're going to break down, do fourth gear, and we're going to accelerate out. We're holding Lando up well.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Yeah, I would love to keep mileage on it to a minimum, but the thing is, I'm in a race. What's the wear on it? Let's have a quick check. I will check after this hairpin as we get the rotation. 64%. So it's not too bad. But maybe that's why the whir of the engine is a little bit louder in my ear. Right, I'm not going to use any ERS for the rest of this lap. I want to charge up. Obviously that gap to Stroll is 6.2. But I want to go Scenario 7 and do it to Lando. To hopefully pull away on the last few laps to try and hopefully get a 5-second gap. Probably won't happen. But yeah, Lando's definitely going to come at me this lap. But I'm not going to use any ERS like I've said. So let's see if Lando will overtake us. Doesn't look like it at the moment, and still doesn't look like he will. ERS charge might need to do that again for this lap, because the ERS charge is on 70%, which is good, but I need full ERS. As I get all out of shape there, we're going to have to use ERS here. Try and stay in front of Lando.
We've lost the position. That's us down a place.
Look at this, I'm using ERS, he's got DRS and DRS. That means Lando has gotten past us. Change of plan then. Keep that 5-second gap to Stroll.
There's 3 laps of fuel
Right,
remaining.
ERS and DRS, 0.5 a second on Lando. Could happen as we set another purple sector 1, sector 3, sorry. We're not going to try and look there. Maybe in the second part, we're going to slam on the brakes. Oh, we're getting close. It is a chance here. We could actually finish on track ahead of Lando. I don't want to risk anything, that's the problem. A lot closer to Lando this lap, but Lando does have DRS on Vettel as well. Bit of a DRS train now. That's the only problem, as Vettel's actually looking for a move on Fernando, can't get past. That means Vettel's going to fall off a little bit, and Lando's falling off a bit. So, last couple laps here. Who's got the biggest balls? 1 lap of fuel remaining, ERS and DRS, final lap now.
This is your final lap.
This is the last chance to get past any of these guys in front. We're going to drain as much ERS as we can. We get on the brakes. It's going to be into the chicane or the hairpin now. To be fair, finishing P8 on track is where I was sort of aiming for in this race. So, an 8-second gap to Stroll. So if we're making a little mistake, we'll be okay. But I don't think that 5-second penalty we have is really worthy. It said 50 mile an hour as we went over the pit line. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can get a personal best lap, though. Try and get a better drive than Lando there. Valtteri Bottas wins our Grand Prix, which is good for him. Perez comes home in second, it looks like. Where will we finish on track, though? That is the question. We have had a slide there. Looks like P8. Most definitely will be P8. We had a slide there. Using as much ERS as we can. We're going to run out of ERS in a sec. Will Norris get past Vettel, though? That's the question. Is we're going to close down the gap towards the end of the lap. Final corner here. As we come down to the inside, don't crash there. We come home in P8 in the team's home Grand Prix.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So, we stay 13th in the championship. Alonso moves up 2 places. We're now on 31 points after an 8th place finish, meaning we get 4 points. Constructors-wise, we now see Mercedes are 8-time Constructors champions, which is absolutely insane. 8 times on the bounce. Look how close that Bottas and Hamilton fight is, though. That's going to be going on until the end of the season. Results-wise, Ricciardo picking up a podium, Hamilton falling just short. Fernando falling out of where he was. Lando Norris falling down the grid. Verstappen obviously having a bit of a tangle with us. Not to save his race. Matsushita down 1 place. Was running in the points at 1 point. Otherwise, been a pretty decent race. Giovinazzi has had an absolute stinker. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let's have a quick check of any R&D we need to do.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
They are. To be fair, it's great to have a car like we actually have, and it's just great to see their smile on their face. It's the reason I keep doing what I love.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
None of us want it to happen, and none of us want to back down, as you saw with Max. That was just one of them, and hopefully Max can also see that it was a racing incident. Hopefully none of us get penalised. I don't think Max deserves one, but these things happen. So as we check here, we'll get the activities done at a different point. R&D wise, I don't believe there is any R&D we can do. Department capacity has been reached. That's all going to be spec 2, I do believe. That requires facility level 2. That's unavailable, I wonder why. And that's unavailable as well. Powertrain wise, all spec 2 facility, I do believe. Unavailable and available. Spec 2 and spec 3 was that. Was that spec 3 upgrade? Damn. Durability wise, we cannot actually do any upgrades. Let's go to this event.
Your input on how to address an issue concerning our driver.
I'm alright with losing some resource points, that's fine. Otherwise, sponsor was PSD. Let me just check what PSD did as a sponsor. So PSD, where are you? 4 interview questions. Yeah, it's a good sponsor. I want to change the sponsor towards the end of the season. Let's go with Equinox. Could be a shout. Qualify P10 or better. That's not going to happen, really. Polo. I like a little bit less money, but I like the design of Polo. Let's just have a quick check here. Weekly income. I think PSD is one of the highest. Yeah, PSD is one of the highest. And has one of the best goal bonuses as well. Let's re-sign PSD, I think. Let's re-sign PSD. Get that back on the car. But, yeah, do you guys want to stick with the nice livery that we have been using? Or do you want to... Where is it? That was another one I was trying to look for. It does not look nice. Or do you guys want to... Ooh. Finish off the season with a livery like this. If we wanted to. That doesn't look too bad. Nah. Do you want that livery or... Let's go back to this livery. So you either have... I can change... Yeah, the blue's right. The red, sorry. So either we can go with that livery... Or we can go and race with that livery till the end of the season. You guys decide in the comments. I have been Amflux. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. And yeah, I will see you guys when I next upload. Peace out.